Mana Myers is one of the parents of one of the students who was refused admission. Good morning. Pacho, am I about you made so? Is your English
Hi.
okay or is
Hello,
your tree
good
okay?
morning.
Pacho, uchi okay?
Me pacho I.
Okay, yeah, there I see. Yo, me pacho, can you see nyina actually at the time akwada no enya admission moko Achimota school?
Okay, Auntie Akalano enya admission into Achimota school as a day student. Auntie no you call through the process and in all of it so and nobody objected to anything until the day you submitted the your friend is saying the things that the school required for him to submit. So we were second in line. So after the first person, said the things will not be taken. And see, maybe so almost say on what basis? Is it that young funny in Ambana say and almost say Nitino? Now we should go and reference their code of dressing. And we asked to see the headmaster for to see if there could be some compromise. And you call say the headmistress couldn't talk to us. Hello.
Yeah, no, me too.
Okay, assistant headmaster Ninkasa. Into your corner, and then he was outwardly like almost accepted, and so we should either cut it or forget about the school. And Akalani Papa Bisa almost say is the school's rules and regulations supreme to the Constitution of Ghana because Akalebia have the right to education. And then he said, say, he's not the interpreter of the law. Because previous years, about 3 years successive, people came with similar things and they turned them down. And so if we like, we can pursue it. I mean, he said it with such arrogance, as if to say, I mean, they've already won, so we are wasting our time. In fact, he said that we'll be wasting our time if we want to pursue it to court. And that was when we realized, okay, so this is a whole situation. And then, that is.
All right, but clarify a few points, mommy. But Akodano, Okocho, ne BEC, na or wearing the dreadlocks, no.
Me patrol.
And the results na by the picture na a boss one or dreadlocks or your dreadlocks. A visible so dreadlocks.
Exactly.
And at the time computer placement na happening, the school would have seen a picture of the boy or one dreadlocks,
Exactly.
Okay. Number 2, now we can code of dressing be a normal were you given the code of dressing manual and send a assistant headmaster no?
Okay, so in the prospectus, not much will be about the length that the hair should be. Say it's a what trimming it to say 2 inches or say be like that. Yes.
All right.
But it wasn't stated. Say maybe people with locks are not accepted or there was nothing like that.
All right. Now, maybe some final 2 questions. But Akodano, wajanitino. Is it on religious grounds in Tina Wajanitina and I say
yeah, on religious grounds because Nepapano, he's not a Ghanaian, he's a Jamaican and he's been living in Ghana for 20 years. And he a religion, right? And the child identifies as that. And he's had his hair since birth.
All right. Now, yanko a few issues are not yankasi bobo who ever hanum say. After all this, Amokoya friend is saying, "Moment me make headway no." More refer matter na ekoma GES.
Okay, so after everything, he took a position that Obeko Court, and before we saw the whole thing was all over the place. And then on Saturday, GES issued a press release about the fact that Achimota School should accept the children. In Tenenra, we had a call from GES for a meeting, and then we went. And in the meeting, we thought there was going to be some kind of compromise on both sides. I personally was thinking, okay, so for the fact that it's an eyesore for them to have locks on their hair, we can put it in a way that is neat, that will not offend anyone. But then they said no.
All right. Now, GS for no one more demeanor, one more push at the saying during that meeting.
It was, I don't know, but I could say it was, gross disregard. They disregarded us. At the point, they even walked off on us in the meeting. All of them.
Who walked out on you?
The is it the assistant director general or assistant something director of GES, and then all of them that came to the meeting, including the headmistress.
Did they walk out because of you, or it was because of maybe the intransigence of Achimota School for no?
They walked out after they had stated their position. Say, in fact, the director went for the Constitution and then quoted about the child's right to freedom and asked to say, you say child right to freedom, does that mean say Akalani school ni regulate say on that 8 o'clock, Akalani bit me say on that 8 o'clock and which it was to me it was very ridiculous for him to have said that, and then they also talked about Muslims are almost girl children hijab to school. What about that? What about if traditionalists and so base or not so person or dressing a certain way to school? It's mainly besides say, okay, besides almost say is the junior secondary school and the GES authority and let me say, okay, so and these children come from the junior secondary school into the senior secondary school, and it's all secondary school, and you're supposed to oversee them. How come, say, at the junior, you allow them to wear their hair anyhow they want, but when they come to the secondary school, now you have rules and regulations, which is supposed to do what? What is it supposed to do? A junior for you to take them on at the secondary school level. Why is it that you don't have such rules and regulations for them? Well, he couldn't answer that. And then maybe science say, I have seen on the media say Caucasians, white, students are allowed to keep their hair. How come that there are rules and regulations, but it takes exception to them? And he couldn't answer that either. So basically, when my questions were coming, that was when they decided to walk off.
All right, quickly, did you get the sense the same GES that issued that directive to Achimota School was there in your favor? Did you get that sense?
I didn't get that. Sorry.
But maybe some question be man. Maybe say the same GES who issue statement or directive to the Achimota School say obano. Time call meeting did you get the sense that they came there for you?
Yes, it was like a coup. The way they came, everybody on the panel, spoke against us, and even the demeanor they came, very intimidating. Like there was no room for any talk. So I don't even know why they invited us. They just came to tell us their position. So I don't know what the directive was about and why they invited us, because they had already taken their position. Yeah.
All right. Quickly, but Akwadano school ben anoko ansana yeah.
Mary Star of the Sea.
Okay.
Around Kaswa area.
Okay, fine. Now two issues now for the area in Komotutwe. About another school, another renowned school institution offers Ombetimi Ajim Nkodano.
Say another school is offering him admission.
That they would accept the child for.
I have seen it circulating, but I don't know if it's an official something. But I have seen people post it on Facebook.
More interested some about pursue that option and access to Achimota Nana Besakodaneko.
Oh, Achimota, to be frank, from what I saw yesterday, if they asked him to come today, I wouldn't take him because I know they will stigmatize him. They'll probably set him up just to make a case. You know, they can do anything at all. I don't trust them to leave my child with them. So if they should even tell us to come today with the child, I wouldn't take him. So of course we are open to other schools.
Confirm this for me.
Of our academy, as is, they have this compulsory day, and he took Aka Academy. So we are thinking of pursuing that too because they equally accepted him. It's just that Achimota gave him an official letter.
All right, that's fine. Confirm this for me and Sunny Baby channel. The GES did not come in your interest at that meeting.
If I all say.
Me say GES for tripartite meeting they didn't come in your interest.
Not at all. And they didn't come, at a point, the director was trying to say that, oh, okay, so, you and the headmistress should go and talk about this, go and solve it. And I was in awe when he said that. I was like, okay, that is why he called us here. So why would we go, with the headmistress to go and deal with the situation? You are her boss. So I guess it's your order that she will follow. And then everyone else also said that, okay, we came here to solve the problem, so let's solve it now. And then his position eventually was just follow rules and regulations, and then that's it.
How is the child feeling in all this? He's on social media, he's everywhere, he's being discussed. How does he feel?
To be very frank, he's depressed, because he's a hearty child. But from the time we went to the school, somewhere in the process of seeking the admission, a teacher had mentioned, say, your hair is not accepted here or something. He said it, the teacher said it to him. And from when we came, he started, he wasn't eating, and then he wasn't sleeping as well. He would pace around, going up and down. Before, I thought he was just engaged on his phone. But later, I realized that he would put his phone down and be going up and down in the room, coming in the mirror like 20 times or more in the day. Every time he come and stand in the mirror. So that was when I was like, no, something is wrong with this boy. So I asked him, why is he pacing around? Why is he sleeping at 3 a.m. and 2 a.m.? And he said he can't sleep. And I said, what was the problem? And he said he just imagining himself without his hair, and why can't they allow him? He just kept asking, why can't they allow him to go to school with his hair? And I said, well, they said it's rules and regulations. So we had to even take him to a psychologist at 37 because it was really getting bad.
Mana, on a pay ever do
Sorry.
And that's a parent to one of the students Achimota school refusing admission.